Oh, look at you. You think I'm gonna tell you Ulpianus is bad just because he's an Abyssal hunter, huh? No, I'm above that. Also, he hates Skadi too, so he's my Pookie Bear. This video is sponsored by you. Links to support the channel are in the description. Wow, look at that. It's the one month of the year where my YouTube profile picture actually makes sense. Before we begin, I collabed with CLAYYO, so go watch it. We're getting a free 6-star selector, so let's discuss that. I'll assume you're a new player, because if you aren't, pick whoever you're missing or whoever you want a potential for and call it a day. The only operators that help a new player here are Blaze, Saria Mountain and Exia. While Silver Ash and Thorns are good, they require E2, because at E1 they suck absolute balls. The best one among these four is probably Saria, but you should pick based on what you're missing. If you lack lane holders, get Mountain or Blaze. If you lack ranged DPS, get Exia. If you lack healing and tanks, get Saria. If you lack multiple of those things, the priority goes to Saria, Mountain, Blaze and then Exia. Ulpianus is quite possibly the best 6-star we're gonna get up until Laplan Alter, both by virtue of him actually being good, and the other 6 stars being as mediocre as the average Minecraft update, featuring basic Oak Forest but pink, and basic Oak Forest but discolored. When getting hit, Ulpianus heals a little bit of HP. You can think of this as defense, but slightly better. He heals 200 HP every hit with the module. If the hit is above 200 damage, then this is the same as defense. In effect, the damage gets reduced by 200. If the hit is below 200 damage, then he actually gets healed by that attack. Ulpianus is based because, unlike someone else, he doesn't need the entire lesbian polycule to function. He really only wants Gladiia, and even then, you don't really need her. With Gladiia, he goes from very good to very good. Skill 2 and 3 are the important skills. Skill 2 is the basic lane holding infinite duration skill. Normally, a Crusher would flop over and die at the mere mention of lane holding, but Ulpianus pulls through thanks to his talent getting buffed by the skill. If the enemies are weak enough, he can hold lanes on his own. If they aren't, you only need Gladiia or one medic. Skill 3 is one of the coolest skills in the game. He's the only operator so far that can change tiles without needing to retreat. On activation, he'll zoom up to 6 tiles forward, deal a bunch of splash damage and deal a bunch of DPS. You can manually deactivate the skill, and when you do, Ulpianus will instant transmission back to his original tile. Something to know is that this relocation counts as redeploying Ulpianus because this game is lazily coded. This means that Ulpianus will become your last deployed operator and attract aggro, so be careful. In short, yeah, he's good, roll him, especially if you have a Gladiia build, but he doesn't need her. Lucilla is hilariously dogshit. Her gimmick is countering basic mobs, yes, the fodder that dies in like 2 seconds. She counters enemies that by design do not need countering. And that really is all she does. She doesn't even counter them herself, she applies slow and fragile, which means really she helps your other operators kill basic mobs. If your operators need help killing basic mobs, there's more fundamental issues at play. You could say she's useful in CC, where the enemies, even the basic ones, are hyper buffed, but 1, CC is not coming back, stop coping, and 2, why not use Suzuran? Watch this video for more details, but yes, Lucilla is outrageously bad. Underflow is a Sentry Protector, the same class as Jessica and Riskarm. Skill 1 increases their attack and defense, while Skill 2 makes them fire shot that pierce through 4 enemies in a straight line and inflicts slow for 1 second. It also buffs their attack and attack speed by 50% and 50 respectively, so the slow is permanent. I suppose it's a good multi-target skill for lane holding, in the case you also need your lane holder to be a decent tank. She's nothing special, but definitely serviceable. Here's the members, I love you, special thanks to Zilo, Bubba B, Quill Damage, Majunemo, Tefnisi, Reisro, New Polo, Taco, Nerd, Change Mula, Macroera, New Taraki, Good Leon, Cheater, Meow, and Chrome Chan, but JJF. That's all, much Gummy, bye!